Has there ever been a time where you needed help with something but you were too afraid to ask? Maybe you thought you would look silly, or the person you needed to ask would think that you were dumb for asking. Have you ever been in a situation where you were too embarrassed to speak up or share your thoughts with someone because you didn't know how they would react? See, I used to be like this. Hard to believe, I know. When I was younger, I was afraid to speak up and talk about how I felt or ask questions about things. I was especially afraid to share my fears and my failures with people. I think that I thought if I didn't share them out loud that they weren't actually true. I was timid about my weaknesses because I felt like they made me unworthy. But the problem is that God sees them no matter what. Hebrews 4:16 tells us, "Let us therefore come boldly into the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in the time of need." This verse tells us to lift the veil of shame and embarrassment and insecurities and instills in us the permission to confidently seek help and in return obtain mercy. While it can be really scary to share your thoughts with others, you never know who might be in need of hearing what you have to say. Everyone who has watched my recent vlogs has heard me talk about the tough times that my husband and I have gone through recently. And I've been very open in sharing our struggle, which includes fear, depression, weight gain, insecurities about my body, feelings of inadequacy. But what I never expected to come of sharing these thoughts for the whole internet to hear was how many people would reach out to me and thank me for being open about my struggle. I cannot even count the number of texts, emails, and messages I have received from people who are going through a similar struggle but haven't been able to share their thoughts. Yet they were so appreciative of hearing my story. And while I wanted to share what we've been going through in an effort to demonstrate how God has provided for us, I was bold in my admission of my fears and my failures in my time of need, just like the verse in Hebrew tells us to do. And I have also found that sharing my trials with all of you has become a healing process for me. So my point in all of this isn't that I think that you should get on the internet and tell everyone in a live stream about all your fears and failures. My point is that if you're struggling with fears and failures, understand that others may be going through something similar and you might not even know it. Don't be afraid to admit your fears and your failures to people. Don't be afraid to admit your fears and failures to God. Don't hide behind who you think the world wants to see in an effort to portray a false version of yourself. Be authentic and be real. Be the person that God sees when he looks at you. And as you begin to admit your struggles to people, I honestly think the more you find that you do it, the easier it will become to be the real you. We all face struggles, and we all face fears. You can boldly share your weaknesses and know that God will reach down and bless you with his mercy and love when you do this.